Hey Mike,
Hey there.
what you doing?
I'm just planting some things. I like gardens. They're very relaxing.
Me too. When I'm upset or afraid, being in a garden is very calming.
Yes, it is.
That's a good spot to introduce our next resurrection egg, isn't it?
It's egg number 4, right? What's in it?
Let's open it. It has a piece of moss, a leaf, and a picture of praying hands.
And we're in a garden. I'm gonna say we're in the Garden of Gethsemane with Jesus right before his arrest. What does Gethsemane mean?
Gethsemane.
What does it mean?
Gethsemane means oil press.
Okay.
We're at the Mount of Olives. There might have even been oil presses there. The Bible says that Jesus and his disciples went there as they had done before. This was a familiar place to them.
Jesus and the disciples went to the garden to pray, didn't they?
Yes. Now I want you to imagine the night with me.
Okay.
They've had their Passover feast. Jesus has washed the disciples' feet. They've shared communion for the first time. And now they're headed to the garden. Now at this point, Judas has gone to complete his betrayal. And Jesus and his disciples head out. Can you imagine what might have been going through their minds?
I suppose I would have been tired. It was a very busy day, wasn't it?
It really was, yeah.
John, the apostle, writes about all these things that they were talking about after dinner. Maybe they were on their way to the garden as Jesus was teaching them. That would make sense since he begins by talking about how he's the vine and we are the branches.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Jesus taught his disciples many things that night. When they got to the garden, Jesus took Peter, James, and John off a little ways to pray, and he told them that his soul was crushed with grief to the point of death. And he asked them to keep watch with him.
Jesus was afraid. He asked the Father to take it away from him.
Yeah, he went to God 3 times and asked him to take this cup from him. But then he utters a phrase of such bravery. Not my will, but yours be done. It's hard to tell God that you'll do whatever he asks you to when you're afraid. But Jesus knew that this was necessary for all of us.
Romans 5:8 says, "But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us."
You see, I think that Jesus saw each one of us as he was praying in that garden. And even though he was afraid of what would come in just a few hours, he was able to say yes to God because he knew that we needed him so much.
So whatever difficulties we are going through, we know that Jesus went through so much more than we could ever know.
It's true.
Just like Jesus found comfort in prayer, so can we. Prayer can give us comfort when we are troubled and can also help us grow in our faith. We may not have a quiet garden, but we can pray anywhere, anytime. Jesus will be there and he will give you the comfort and peace you need.
The disciples fell asleep while Jesus was praying because they were very tired and didn't fully understand what was happening that night. In just a few hours, their entire world would be turned upside down. But for now, Jesus was with them.
So that's the end of this video, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to continue gardening and stuff. What do you think about this?
Bye for